Hey guys, HDV here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today, we've got a ton of new stuff to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, big Pokedex updates for the Generation 9 games, a massive breakdown of the third new legendary Pokemon that we could be seeing, and then a bunch of other stuff as well, Nintendo Switch updates, rumors to go over, so much stuff to cover today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Answer the comment question today as well. What do you think the typing of the new third legendary is going to be? Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, massive shout out to Uraiden for doing this. Clearly took a long time. And he says, yikes, I went overboard. I think this is everything so far. We'll have to split it up later because this still isn't as easy to edit as I would like. So this is basically all of the Pokemon that we've seen in trailers that have been hinted at by Riddler-Coup, and also have like just some sort of like indication of this Pokemon being in the game from any kind of source. So as you can see from Kanto, we have the Charizard line, the Raichu line, we have the Venonat line, we have the Meowth line, which of course means that we potentially could be getting Berserker as well. We have the Psyduck line, we have the Tentacruel line, we have the Magnemite line with the Shoulder line, and then we also have the Gengar line. And then of course, we know that Eevee is going to be in the game because Riddler-Coup said so. So that means that all of these evolutions are also going to be in the game as well. And then Chansey is also in the game as well, but of course, Blissey's just posted there. Then from Johto, we have the Ampharos line, we have the Hoppip line, Quagsire line, we have the potentially Quagsire line anyway, I'm pretty sure. We have the Girafarig potentially, we have Dunsparce with potentially getting an evolution, we have the Quillfish line, which again was seen on the, whatchamacallit, on like the kind of advertising board on like the gas stations. We have Weavile, which again could be evolving into Sneasel as well from, Sneasel. And then we have the Tyranitar line as well. In Gen 3, we have Pelipper line, the Swablu line, we have Seviper, which I guess also means that Zangoose is potentially going to be in the game as well, because usually, like, the Pokemon, some Pokemon just have, like, opposites, like Zangoose is Seviper. I guess you could also say that Butterfree is Beedrills, and of course, Beedrill wasn't in Sword and Shield, so not always do the opposites kind of make their way into the game, but I can't remember a game with Seviper and not Zangoose. And then, of course, we have the Salamence line as well from Gen 3. Gen 4, we have the Staraptor line, we have the Vespiquen line, we have the Drifloon line, and then also Lucario line. And then we also, from Gen 5, have the Lilligant line. We have Hisuian Zoroark because we saw it in the trailer, well, an image of it on the website. Now, again, that's not going to be available until we get Pokemon Home connectivity, which, again, we don't know when that's going to be the case. But we know that Hisuian Zoroark will be available to have in the game. And then also we have, oh my god, I can't remember its name, Cryogonal there. And then in Gen 6, we have the Talonflame line, we have the Florges line, we have Go-Goat back because of what Riddler-Coup said, and then we also have the Chloritza line as well. From Gen 7, we have the kind of Marini line, we have the, oh god, I can't remember all these names, man, it's so many different Pokemon. We have the Serena line, and then we also have, it's gonna really annoy me, I can't remember its name. No, it's gone. You know what I'm talking about though. And then Gen 8, we have the Chewtle line, the Stonjourner Pokemon, and then we also have the oh my god, the Roly-Poly line. Got through that, and then these are all the uncertain Pokemon that have been like spoken about through riddles and stuff. So obviously we have this new bull Pokemon, which could be Miltank, Tauros, Bufflin, or the Granbull line, but again, most likely going to be a regional evolution or regional form of Tauros. We have this water ground speculation rumor here, which could be the Quagsire line, could be the Gastrodon line, could be the Seismitoad line, could be the Whiscash line, or the Swampert line. And then also we have this Diglett thing as well that Riddler-Coup spoke about. Again, we don't know if that means that Riddler-Coup has said that we're going to get like a Diglett form, or Diglett's going to be some way or shape or form in the game. He just said that this fan art of Diglett like got it nailed on the head. So yeah, we don't know if that is talking about the typing or the Pokemon itself or whatever. We have all the Legends Arceus Pokemon, which may potentially be able to be transferred into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet through Pokemon Home. Again, we don't know if all of them are going to be available. We just know that Hisuian Zoroark is. I'm guessing a few more will be. I hope that like the Typhlosion line and stuff is as well, because that adds more starter Pokemon to the game, but again, we won't know. And then these are all the Pokemon that have also been rumored and hinted at by Riddler-Coup. So obviously we have Sprigatito, which will evolve into a Grass Dark type. We have Fuecoco, who's going to be evolving into a Fire Ghost type. And then we have Quaxly, who's going to be evolving into a Water Fighting type. We then have Lechonk, who is going to be evolving into this thing, I think it just says white there. I'm not really too sure about that. And then we have Pawmi as well. And then, of course, we have Smoliv, which, again, could have a gender evolution. It could also be, like, unique to Scarlet and Violet. There's a lot more questions about Smoliv that we still need answering. And then, obviously, we have Koraidon, Miraidon. Then we have a Japanese-styled bug that's been, like, confirmed by Ku that is coming to the game. We also have a fish Pokemon that is going to be confirmed by Riddler Ku coming to the game. And then, of course, there's like a bunch of Waifumon and Husbandomon, or whatever you want to call them. Like a bunch of humanoid Pokemon. We just don't really know how many or like what kind of thing they are. So again, we don't know if they are going to be evolutions of Pokemon like Smoliv and stuff, or just completely on their own. But either way, yeah, there's a bunch of different Pokemon there that again will be in the game. We also have that coin Pokemon as well that was spoken about by Riddler Ku, and then also the potential Dunsparce evolution as well. Not only that though, it was also confirmed that Wigglytuff is another Pokemon that is going to be making its way into the game because Riddler Ku has recently confirmed that. So that's all the Pokedex updates, the latest Pokedex information for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Massive shout once again to Uraiden for doing all this. And again, I'm sure this will get constantly updated periodically when we get new trailers, when Riddler Ku replies to people saying what Pokemon are in the game, etc. So yeah, keep your eyes out for that. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the third legendary for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So this was a Twitter thread by Soul Silver Art. So he started off by quote retweeting this image by a clip saying, "Professors in Scarlet and Violet studies refraction, but not to know more about the gimmick like they just discovered it. This time it's already well known in the region and they are testing a better way to recreate the gimmick using natural light, refracting it artificially to achieve so." So then we have Soul Silver Art saying, "It's time to go in depth on the third legendary of Scarlet and Violet. There's so many variables, so it's very hard to say, but here are a few theories from me. Much is based off of information from a clip starting with this. What if the third legend is at the center of the plot? For a long time, it was worshipped in the Scarlet and Violet region for providing light and the type gimmick to the region. Why the connection to light and worship? Well, these other hints from Eclipse tell us more. Not only that, but as I've gone over a million times, this gimmick slash legendary slash region is connected." So obviously this was another post by Eclipse saying heaven, light, origin, and then praise the sun. And then this is, I can't remember his name, but it's a Dark Souls character that literally praises the sun. And that's what he says. Anyway, next up he says, "Connected to the light spectrum slash light slash sun slash rainbow slash colors and time, but also Christianity slash Catholicism is a huge part of Spain and Portugal, now and historically. So thinking the plot and slash or third legend could have hints to God slash angels, devils, saints, and dragons is very possible." And then this is a post again where he says, "Third legendary, the sun, and its white light, which is used in the gimmick, still could be a peacock and or dragon. In Scarlet and Violet instead, I believe this refraction plus dispersion hint, if true, is pointing more to how the gimmick works lore-wise. Literal white light is being refracted." So again, could be something to do with that for the third legendary. Again, we don't even know if a third legendary is going to be in the game. Like, it hasn't been confirmed. It's not really been hinted at. We're kind of just assuming at this point. So again, if a third legendary isn't even in the game, then yeah, all of this will be for nothing. But, you know, it probably will be a third legendary. I can't remember the last time we didn't have a third legendary. We had Eternatus in Sword and Shield with Zacian and Zamazenta. In Gen 7, we had Necrozma for Solgaleo and Lunala. In Gen 6, we had Zygarde for Yveltal and Xerneas. So yeah, it kind of just keeps going on and on. So we're going to probably get a third legendary. Anyway, he says, "Is becoming modernized. The people are forgetting about this third legendary and even trying to replace it and its functions, light and gimmick. Maybe the professor even trapped it somewhere and are experimenting on it to replicate its powers. All of this may change its good nature and cause us to retaliate in anger. This is where Koraidon slash Miraidon come in. The common theory is that they are the same legendary from the past and future. Maybe the third legendary is also the same mom, but it represents the present, which is a troubled time." That's, I think, the best kind of theory so far, is that obviously we've got the legendary of the past, we've got the legendary of the future, we're probably going to get a legendary of the present. That makes the most sense to me. And some people have already kind of come up with like name ideas as well, just because of, it's kind of easy to figure out because Koraidon and Miraidon, like the third legendary is probably going to finish its name with Rhydon because the other two do. And then also Karai means like past in Japanese, and then Mirai means future in Japanese. So the word for present in Japanese, I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head, but that's probably going to be the name, and then finishing it off with Rhydon, if that makes sense. But yeah, basically the metaphor explained simply is light time spectrum. One end equals infrared, past equals not visible. Middle is rainbow light / present equals visible. And then one end violet / future not visible. We can't see the past anymore. We can't see the future yet. All we have is now. So again, that could be something to do with the legendary there. But anyway, he says, Koraidon Miraidon have come from the past / future to stop itself / third legendary from doing harm. If they're the same legendary, it makes sense. If one is an ancient dinosaur with feathers, then in the present, dinosaurs have become birds, so the third legend could totally be a peacock or a chicken mistaken for an angel, and then that's a peacock in a flask, representing the stage in the alchemical process when the substance breaks out to many colors. And then he goes on to say, while its future version is an artificial recreation of what this legendary was in the past when it was good too. Of course, this all works if they aren't the same legendary too. Maybe they are all different legendaries, but the main two still come to prevent the third's calamity. So Peacock Dragon is the evil third legendary based on Buddhist and Yazidi religion, with the tail feathers being a rainbow with each type color. So according to Buddhist folklore, Buddha to be was once born as a golden peacock residing on the golden hill of Dandaka in the Himalaya mountains. One day, when day dawned, the golden peacock used to sit upon the summit watching the rising sun, and he composed a prayer to protect himself in the feeding pasture. And then of course, it could be that. It kind of links up, to be fair. And then he also says, the chief divine being is Malak, who is worshipped in the form of a peacock. Malak has often been identified by outsiders with the Judeo-Christian figure of Satan, causing the Yazidis to be inaccurately described as devil worshippers. And then he goes on to say, this theory from Pondcast Draco is wild, but would make sense with what I've been speculating, especially if this third legend is the personification of sunlight in the Scarlet and Violet region. I also believe that Nemona will have a part to play with this third legendary, maybe if she's trying to free it. So this person says, okay, hold up. Nemona bit, Nemona and Omen, Nemo nothing, an omen of nothing, the end of all time. If you tie in the sun aspect, the sun is going supernova, destroying everything, turning it to nothing, which again is another really good theory. And then, but yeah, it goes on to say, maybe she's trying to free it, or help it, or restore its faith in humanity, or maybe she's under its influence, or she's a servant of it, of what is she, literally the legendary in disguise. A very wild theory, I know. I mean, we've, like, Pokemon fusing with humans, it's happened a lot in the mangas and stuff, so it could happen here, you know, where she fuses with the third legendary. Like I said, there are many variables. There could be 4 legendaries we all know, for all we know. Also, there is this teaser from Ku. Maybe it has to do with a third legendary, maybe it doesn't, but it would fit my theory of it being benevolent and malicious, one head being good and the other bad. Maybe it's not a bird, but a 2-headed dragon. Check out my other thread from further details. So we obviously covered that before, this whole like dog situation. Then he says, there is much more to come, but I hope you enjoyed my little headcanon based on some leaks, region inspirations, and official footage. Of course, I'm always brought back to Indalo when thinking of this third legendary too. Could definitely be part of this inspiration. And then says, lastly, this thread below is literally the basis of this mad theory, and if you want to really get into the root of the discussion, I highly suggest you take a look at this too. So yeah, if you've got a bit of spare time, then I definitely advise you taking a look at these threads, because they're really well made, really well put together, and they have a lot of evidence to back it all up as well. So it's definitely worth it if you do want to like take a look more into the whole situation. The next thing we're going to be talking about is this new dog potential Pokemon that we could also be seeing in Scarlet and Violet. So it says, this has been said before, but we literally got a dog, get a dog-like Pokemon every generation. They even forget 10% Zygarde here. For Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I think the easiest guess would be the Iberian Wolf. Even though we've already had many recent Wolf Pokemon, it seems likely. So the Iberian Wolf is a subspecies of Grey Wolf. It inhabits the northwest of the Iberian Peninsula, which is it Peninsula or Peninsula? Peninsula? I think that's the word. Which includes northwestern Spain and northern Portugal. It is home to 2,200 to 2,700 wolves, which have been isolated from mixing with other wolf populations for over a century. And then these are all the dog Pokemon we've had from previous regions. Obviously, we've got the Growlithe line, the Snubbull line, Houndour line, Smeargle, Electrike line, Riolu, Lillipup line. We had the Furfrou, we have Rockruff, Yamper. So we do get a dog Pokemon pretty much every generation. Then goes on to say, someone in the comment mentioned an ice-type wolf, and my imagination ran wild. How cool would be a straight-up wolf made of ice be? Also, many have suggested the Portuguese water dog, and I think that's a great idea. As you can see, most gens actually have more than one new Dogmon too. So yeah, I think this water dog, I've read a lot about it when kind of like theorizing and stuff about things for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It's definitely something I could see being in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But again, it's kind of safe to assume that we are going to be seeing another dog Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So that's all the Pokemon stuff today. We're going to finish things off by taking a look at this Nintendo Switch update. So yeah, Nintendo Switch System Update 14.1.2 is now live. Here are the full patch notes. This was posted on Nintendo Life. So Nintendo has just released another new firmware update for the Switch. It bumps the hybrid system up to 14.1.2. According to the company's official support page, the latest update includes some general system stability improvements to once again enhance the overall user experience. Here are the full patch notes. So the actual patch note says general system stability improvements to enhance the user's experience, but the actual data miner, Oatmeal Dome, has once again provided some extra insight about what's really going on behind the scenes. It's really annoying when they say like this is the update, but they've got like a bunch of other stuff they've also updated as well. Like, just come out and say everything you've updated. It reveals certain OS components that have been updated. There are seemingly some potential bug fixes, and the bad words list for all languages has also been updated. So Nintendo Switch firmware update version 14.1.2 has been released. So the following internal OS components have been updated: bus, Bluetooth, package 2, bug fixes. And then it's also another misspelling of this, which has been added to the bad words list there. And then also glossary of internal OS components. I'm going to stop clicking on the tweet now. Bus handles communication between physical components on the motherboard. And then Bluetooth, self-explanatory. And then package 2 contains key system components like the kernel. So that's all of the latest Switch update news as well. But that is also going to finish off today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Again, leave a comment, answer the question of the day. What do you think the typing of the third legendary is going to be? We have Dragon Fighting. We have Dragon Electric. Could this be Dragon Normal, Dragon Ghost, Dragon Steel? Could be anything like that. But either way, we should be getting a third legendary, and then we should also be getting a new dog Pokemon as well. But anyway, subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss anything. But that's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.